Hi guys, Knife Edge UK here. I've got a video for you today on a knife and knives really by one of my absolute favourite custom makers. This is the New Hardy by Remi Lavialle, who's one of the best in my book of the French knife world. And in France there is some exceptional custom makers like David Lespect and Grind Tactical, and he's one of the best for me. Raphael Duran. This is one of my favourite models by any maker, so this is going to be a bit of a gush fest and a little bit, I guess, of a showcase, because these are relatively hard to get a hold of, but if you can track one down, I would absolutely recommend them. So before we go any further, and that kind of tells you all you need to know, I suppose, so you might as well click off now. But if you want to see some more of it, I hope you do. Let's go. Okay, so there it is, and here it is against a large Sebenza, 21 incidentally, still the king in my book, against a XM18 3.5, against, let's get some mad custom stuff going, shall we, against a 3.3 I should say, Gareth Bull Shamwari. What else we got here? Against a Philippe Georget FIF 18. See, it's a smidge bigger than the FIF 18, but not massively, and a smidge smaller than the 3.3 Gareth Bull. And we will stick it next to a ruler for anyone who prefers that. I know that some people do. There we go. There we are. So you make peace with that. What else should we put it next to? I guess that'll do probably. Okay, so what do we have here? Well, we've actually got two New Hardys here because I'm a very lucky boy. This is my current pair of these. So what do we have here? Well, the first one is RWL34, very common in the custom knife world, as any of you are interested in that sort of thing will know, with a hand rub satin finish, this beautiful sort of harpoon spear drop point kind of blade. This one is a bit of a special one, I suppose. This has a set of faux bolsters in brushed titanium with this forged, absolutely beautiful forged carbon fibre, marble carbon fibre, the typical beautiful full back spacer that he does, gorgeous jimping, and same on the other side. This doesn't have a clip, and neither does this. It's my preference on these models, but you can get them with a clip from Remi as well. It's a milled titanium clip. I think I still need to have one of those in hand to be absolutely sure, but as it stands, I really like carrying these in a clip slip, and it works really well from my point of view. So we'll put this guy. This guy's a carbon steel blade with a ham-on line on it, so it's differentially hardened with walnut. You see a lot of wood from the French makers, which is something I love. Again, that full back spacer. But we'll focus on the other one just for the sake of keeping the screen clear. So this is a front flipper. It's got a gorgeous action. Remi, the mechanics of Remi Lavialle's knives are just exceptional. They really are. You can hold it in basically any position you like. I'm going to fluff some of these because I'm underneath the camera, but it's super easy to work with, and it just pops out beautifully, makes gorgeous noises when it does. It's just exceptional. The blade is beautifully thinly ground and perfectly rub satined. This is one of the better rub satins I think I've had from any custom maker. It's exceptional. I did also have his L'Ultra Forte model, excuse my pronunciation, anyone from France, that also had a hand rub satin blade, and that was absolutely beautiful as well. This has a really interesting construction inside. These are titanium, it's obviously a titanium liner lock. It's beautifully finished. I mean, everything on this is really largely a perfect knife. Beautifully finished inside, lovely lock-up as you can see, and it's a titanium liner lock, and these bolsters are pinned on the inside, so you don't have any extra tools or anything on the outside. And then it has this pivot screw that's it works, but it's also very decorative in how beautiful and clean it looks. I say this is a fantastic blade. You've got this wonderful harpoon on the top here, and great jimping that's not aggressive but actually does work, both from the point of view of holding the knife and also from the point of view of deploying the knife. The handle has this fantastic rear scallop, which means you have this beautiful flow into the blade. but then when you're holding the knife, it just sits really, really well. Holds well in a number of grips. This is quite nice in an overhand pinch grip. It's really, really nice in a saber grip. Works well in a hammer grip as well. It's just very, very comfortable. But more than anything else, it's just an exceptionally made custom knife. Getting hold of these. So as it stands right now, obviously check the date of this video because it could be out of date at the point you're watching it. As it stands right now, I don't think Remi takes orders, but he does post these up for sale via Instagram or his Facebook page. And incidentally, I did start a Facebook group for his knives because I really, really like them. And it's an exceptional piece of work, and he's a great maker. You know, we'll get out the other one as well, just so you can have a look at that too. Again, this one has the hammer-on blade. It's got some oil on it because it's a carbon steel blade. Really, really beautiful, kind of subtle differential hardening line there. Again, the knife is perfectly ground. Everything inside is spot on. Even the finishing of the backspacer on the inside is exceptional. On the outside, it's great. You have this lovely contrast between these sort of light blasted liners and then the whole length backspacer that's perfectly done. The lanyard pin is on the inside, so you don't get any breakup, and the contouring, these are walnut incidentally, is just fantastic. Again, feels beautiful in hand, and the action, they have a lovely controlled drop. Incidentally, when these really break in, they do get completely drop shutty as well. I've had two others which were totally drop shutty. I probably could make these drop shutty by taking just a hair off of the pivot and still not have any blade play or anything like that, but I just quite like the way these work, and this is just glass smooth. I mean, so smooth. It's beautiful. There we go. So before I make this another massively long video, these are absolutely exceptional, and again, I think really only Dr. Franke has put up videos of these knives, and that just seems a crying shame to me, because these will match, you know, anything like, you know, your 3.5 inch Shamwari here, 3.3 I should say, Shamwari here is an absolutely exceptional knife with a wonderful action, but you know, this is every bit the match of that knife. This is just an exceptional piece of work. So there you go. Just before we call off, here's one of the, Remi's other models. This is the Declic, and this is a slip joint with no half stop. Again, another absolutely stunning knife in terms of how well proportioned and designed it is. He has such a great eye, and this is another gorgeous one. So you can see you've got a sample of 3 pieces from Remi here, and I suppose this has become kind of just a little video showing off how beautiful his work is, and yeah, I'm a big fan, as you can tell. So if one of these comes up on the secondary, or you manage to get one directly from Remi, I think the prices on these, as people really get to know what his latest work is like, is going to skyrocket. I think maybe we won't get into the the spec land of secondary pricing, but I think we might get close with these. These are really that good. So there you go. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoyed having a look at these gorgeous knives. Take care. Bye-bye.